recognizes that and wants to help. The reality show Married at First Sight stopped in Dallas to help couples tie the knot. Reps from the company were out giving away free marriage licenses to the first 70 people that stopped by. There was live music, free dance lessons, and a professional photographer to capture your special day. On top of that, they gave out free mini wedding cakes, restaurant gift cards, and certificates for overnight stays in honeymoon suites. For one local couple, it was just what they needed.
Honestly, we had no idea that was happening. It was somebody met us inside the building. God just kind of worked it out that way. It wasn't exactly planned.
Any expense taken away will definitely be beneficial for them, especially because
we have a baby on the way, so that's our focus right now.
Yeah.
Just working on our careers, building lives together, and our communication, our relationship.
now they can focus more on what really matters, love. Which a new study says is all you need for a happy marriage, not the fancy wedding. In fact, the less you spend leading up to saying I do, the better. Two economics professors surveyed 3,000 married people and found certain characteristics increased the likelihood of divorce. Specifically, expensive engagement rings and weddings. But it's not all bad news when it comes to big spenders. Research also showed honeymoons help lower the chance of divorce. This is just proof that good or bad, for richer or poorer, money matters.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Today we reach a milestone. 1 year of marriage. Gosh, it seems like it was just yesterday. We met at the airport. I fell in love. Took you 3 years to catch up. I still remember my ugly crying picture from the wedding because the day finally came. I was marrying my best friend. I was right where I wanted to be, with whom I wanted to be. Growing up, I dreamed of having my own family, of being a good dad, a good husband, drawing the line in the sand and refusing to continue in the iniquity of the fathers. This year I was given the opportunity to be both. Salem captured my heart, and I decided that I was going to father him correctly. I sacrificed a good job, but it was met with blessing, a business of our own. Now we have more than we thought possible. God is faithful. And you were his instrument to pull me up from the ditch that I dug myself in. You reminded me that I can be happy. Before we started dating, I hardly knew a day without depression. After, it's hard to imagine any days in depression. When a man takes a new wife, he shall not go out with any army, nor be charged with any duty. He shall be free at home 1 year, and shall give happiness to his wife whom he has taken. Deuteronomy 24:5. I was counseled by many wise men that our first year, being foundational, would be the most important to get right. We've learned to laugh at silly arguments we get into. We've learned to understand each other's perspective, even if we disagree. We're both happier than we've ever been. With this foundation laid, I pray we continue to build upon it. May we not become complacent, but grow in our passion for each other, for Salem, and to Jehovah. A prudent wife is from the Lord. An excellent wife who can find, for her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he shall have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. She looks for wool and flax and works with her hands in delight. She is like merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is still night, and gives food to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She senses that her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out at night. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands grasp the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor. She extends her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies belts to the tradesmen. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and bless her, her husband also, and he praises her, saying, "Many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all." Charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the product of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates.
Never knew I could feel like this, like I've never seen the sky before. Want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. Listen to my heart. Can you hear it sing, telling me to give you everything? Seasons may change, winter to spring,
name is Caleb?